So I've just finished the best of safari in Tanzania and Uganda chimpanzee and gorilla tracking. So the trip was starting in Uganda in Kibale National Park with the chimpanzee tracking. There is over 1,250 chimpanzee. The most chimpanzee in the whole world is there. When you're there, you can choose between doing 1 hour or the 4-hour habituation. I think the 4-hour habituation was a really cool thing because you had to follow one family and it was a long time meeting the animal and you really could get up very, very close. And suddenly again, they start to make this big, beautiful noise. The 1-hour tour is a little bit more easy. It's not as long as hike, but you still get very, very close to the chimpanzee. And sometimes there's also other groups there also looking for the same chimpanzees. We were staying in Ngorongoro treetops. It's a perfect place, very close to where the starting point of the chimpanzee tracking. And after that, we went down south to Windy National Park. It's one of the best places in the world to see gorillas. How is the gorilla tracking? How is the experience?
The experience is super cool, with Uganda having the best, I may say, because it has 85% of the global mountain gorillas. So the experience here is exceptional.
Very bumpy road.
Yeah.
And today we're gonna have a long trekking. It's a family with 11 gorillas. What's the family called?
Cutway Group.
Cutway Group is called.
Vamos a la gorila.
Yeah. A los gorilas.
Gorillas.
The maximum number of people in a group is 8. And there is also armed rangers in the front and the back for your safety. Actually not most of the time for the gorillas, but most of the time they are for the elephants there in the forest. They can be a little bit more aggressive. Okay, right now we are on the top of where we start the trekking point here in Uganda. We're gonna pack our camera gear. Gonna bring my cameraman Ossian with me. We're gonna find some gorillas here. Finally, we walked through this amazing forest, this beautiful landscape, and then we arrived to the place. We just reached our point for where the gorillas are. And the first time we get really close to this, you know, everybody's super silent because you can feel the power of the gorilla. They come maybe like this close to you. But one thing is important, don't run. Just stay there and enjoy the view. So this was probably one of the best experiences in my life. It's something that I never forget. So I really recommend you to try this out. When we're looking at the gorilla, one time we're standing in the middle of the fire ants. So please make sure you're not standing in the middle of fire ants because they bite very hard and they get into your clothes and everywhere. We were staying in Mahogany Springs for 3 nights, a beautiful place with this amazing view over the whole jungle where the gorillas live. Now we are down with Uganda, and then we went with a small airplane all the way to Tanzania and then a small airplane again into Serengeti, the North Serengeti. Okay, so right now we are in Kihi Airport and we're gonna take this beautiful little plane that you see here.
Hello, Jambo, Karibu. I take this privilege to welcome you to the northern side of the Serengeti. Karibu.
Now it's time for the big migration river crossing. Almost 2 million wildebeest are crossing to try to get over to the other side. But there's one problem, it's a lot of crocodiles in this river and they are always hungry.
Every year around this time, August, they come and cross this river to go to Kenya, Maasai Mara. And then there are lots of crocodiles in this river. So sometimes during crossing, some of them get killed by crocs, and some of them, they cross from the wrong spot and they break their legs and they jump over each other, and that's how most of them lose their life around here.
So we were there for almost 2 days before it happened. And when it's happened, it goes very quick. And all the car wants to get the position. But luckily, we had Timba as our driver, so we could see this beautiful river crossing. One of the highlights here in Serengeti, actually. And we're still up in the North Serengeti, doing some game drive, and we come up to this beautiful leopard. Normally, the leopards is often found up in the tree. But this time, we found it really, really close, walking, and we can follow it and get some nice shots. And the leopard is an amazing, amazing cat. So you can really see that when they are walking. It's something special with them. You look into their eyes, and they look back, and you feel like you have some kind of connection. So the next morning, we went up very, very early. Around 5:20 in the morning, it was all dark. And then we go out with the car, because this time it's going to be like a balloon safari. So this is the guy that's a captain of the balloon you can see there.
Yeah.
So the balloon safari starts before the sun actually almost rising, so you can see all the sunrise.
Around 4:35 you will get pick up from your lodge or the hotel, wherever you're staying. Then after that you will be in the launching site around 6:15. After that you have a half an hour to drink coffee, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the amazing place. Then around 6:45 we are ready to take off.
6 in the morning, sunrise is just
Golden hours here.
go live here, and the balloon
It's starting to
is just gonna
rise.
start to take off.
Okay, are we ready to go?
We're ready to go.
Let's go. Asante sana! Asante sana!
Bye, bye. That balloon safari thing is something you have to do if you're here. If you're not afraid for heights, of course. And it's amazing to see the animals from another view and all the landscape. It's almost like you're a bird. And we got lucky to see a lot of zebras and giraffes and some elephants and some other nice stuff. Mr. Ocean, how was the first balloon ride for you?
It was amazing. I'm a little scared of heights, but they made it worth it.
And how many stars of 5 stars to give this?
25. And there's the man.
There's the captain. Then it was time to go down to the central Serengeti. So we went to the pure tented camp, also a really, really nice place. Our name on our room actually was Hyena Lodge. And you can hear that a lot because it was hyena all the nights. So we're in central Serengeti. We can see so much amazing animals. I have the best encounter of elephants ever. We were standing at the river. I think it was around 70 or 80 elephants in total, playing around and having fun and eating and just living life. A moment that I will probably never forget in my life. We also get to see a cheetah. The cheetah was already fed, so it was really relaxing, but in a nice spot. And we came across this huge buffalo migration almost, like a huge group of buffalo on each side. Probably, I don't know, 200 of them. And they were really, really close and was walking through this road, and we can get like so good picture of these. So Serengeti is a place of over 450 birds, and one of the most spectacular and the biggest bird is called the martial eagle. And we came across it sitting in a tree, eating its prey. So if you're a bird watcher, I think this place is amazing. They have so many beautiful birds. I don't know the name because it's so many names, but Timba knows the names. I don't know how he can have all that information in his head. And the lions in the central Serengeti, they are just amazing. One thing you should think of is that when the lions have been mating, it's good to have a little bit space from them. And we can also see a lot of hippos. Mostly in the day they just keep calm in the water, but in the morning they often walking and eating grass on the ground. And now it's time to go down to Ngorongoro Crater. This is a beautiful place. It was actually like a huge volcano back in the days that imploded. And actually it's one of the few places where you can see rhinos.
Let me get my binoculars. I see something moving down here. The dark circle over there. Then if you see that circle, then go right, go right, go right.
And it's a black rhino?
Yes, it's the black rhino. That's the only one we have down here. That's a black rhino? Yes, but a little far away.
In the crater, we found a lot of zebras and wildebeest very, very close to us. And they were a really beautiful view in the background. On the way down in the crater, we find these amazing baboons walking down the road. We stayed at a place called Acacia Farm Lodge. A beautiful place with great food and great massage and also a nice pool. And it's very close to Ngorongoro Crater. And then it was time to move south again. So we're going now to Tarangire National Park. But before that we did a quick stop at my Maasai village. And here we learned how the Maasai was living, how they were jumping. And I also talk about how they're making the place where they live and how to make fire.
We use this kind of specials to obtain fire. So you see now, after collecting it, I just drop. The donkey. You see the flame? Beginning with the roofing here, we use elephant grass. As I told you, it is more useful because we use for roofing, slide water away from penetrating inside. We use what we call a cow dung mixed with some ash to smear both of the house in and out as a binding material. You see now?
And there we also got to visit the kindergarten with all these beautiful kids and see how everything is working around there in the community. The Maasai people were so friendly. They were like, when you talk to them, it felt like you've been knowing them for a long time. And we were also actually teaching to throw some spears, how it's working when they're hunting. Okay.
Lion.
Lion!
Whoa!
Oh, it lives. The lion lives.
The lion lives. Now I'm ready for that.
Exactly. Pull out your machete.
Oh! And it was much harder than it looks.
Ujambo, karibu Tanzania, hakuna matata. Yes, in English, no problem in Tanzania, so you can feast at any time.
And then we went into Tarangire National Park.
So right now it's time for the walking safari here in the Tarangire National Park. And with us we have armed ranger and of course our guide. So let's see what animals we can find.
Before we start our walking, there's a do's and don'ts. You have to follow rules, okay?
With the walking safari here, you go out and you have a ranger with you, protecting you if something happening and showing you all the animals. Especially also giraffes, you have zebras, you have a lot of elephants here. There's actually one of the places where it's most elephants. Here we stayed in a place called Winter's Lodge. And in the morning, we got a lot of baboons walking around, actually on the roads where you walk onto your lodge. They also have great stuff and a really nice pool. And it's very close to Tarangire Park. We're just finished with this trip. It was one trip of a lifetime. Thanks to Timba Adventure Safari for going along all the way, showing the best angles, getting the best views, and of course our driver Timba. He's always been amazing to us. Karibu, welcome.